Nice. Had some pretty wild spice here the past few days. We had over 3 inches of rain. Mace, did you run away yesterday? Did you get in trouble? Did you? Somebody was playing with the goats and thought she could just run the neighborhood, I guess. Because the fence happened to be off because we were repairing the fence because the goats were getting over here on our side, and she got out, she ran, and all is well. She's back. She was chasing a cat, but we had to redo that fence because the goats were hopping over it. Exactly what that goat's doing right there. He was hopping on that stump and then coming over, so all is well.
Ready for a day of exploring.
We are gonna go explore the Smoky some more. Talked about it the other day. We live right here, and we don't take advantage of the Smokies like we should, so we're kind of making a effort to spend a little more time in the Smokies and go explore. So we got new water shoes yesterday at Bass Pro Shop.
I'm excited for those.
They don't look like water shoes. They just look like normal shoes, which is cool. So we're gonna put those to work.
They have more traction on them too for like the rocks, so we don't slip.
They actually like tie like shoes and more stability. So put those to work, see what we can find, go explore a little bit. All right, so this trail that we found, it's kind of this area where there's been a couple waterfalls we want to check out. It's just above the Townsend Y, but we figured since we're up here and it's early, it's only like 8. We're gonna go head over to Cades Cove really quick because we haven't been over to Cades Cove in a while. And Cades Cove is fun. If you don't know what Cades Cove is, it's the area where all the bears and wildlife are. It's really cool to go check out, but it tends to get very busy, extremely busy. Wednesdays, it's cool. They limit it to no cars. You can only walk or ride a bike through there. But we happen to be up here and have time, so we're gonna go check it out really quick to see if there's anything cool to see, I guess. So we stopped up here at the Cades Cove campground. We've never actually drove through this, and I think our friends down in Chattanooga, Ashley and Mel, I think they were actually up here recently at the campground. So I'd like to get some feedback from them on camping, but you just make reservations online. There's plenty of. It's a good-sized campground. I'm gonna go drive through it really quick to go check this out. Looks like there's a pretty good mix of tent and RV, either or, and then there's just some tent areas and only 2 just RV spots, but everything's mixed pretty good. A nice little area. They got picnic tables, they got fire pits. Looks pretty fun.
We just need to get a bike so we can ride.
Do have restrooms. Not sure if there's showers in there or not, but they do have restrooms. Doesn't look like there's water at the campsites. Not surprised, not electricity and other hookups, but I thought maybe there might be water. Oh, I could just come up here and just sit and listen to that nonstop. This does it. This is good. It's good. I like today. All right, so we're just up, like I said, just outside of Townsend, up past the Townsend Y, little trail that we found that has a couple little waterfalls. So we're gonna go explore. There's past one waterfall that was down there. We figured we'd come to the top first, hike this. It's 70 degrees right now. It feels fantastic out. Get some storms later on. That's another key thing. Like when you get up here, there is 0 service. So you can't rely on your phone for a map. You can't rely on your phone for weather. It's good. Disconnect from everything. That's fine. But do your research before you get up here. Make sure you know what the weather's supposed to be like. Make sure you know when it's supposed to come in. Keep an eye on the sky. You know, see if things start to change. Temperatures drop. Winds pick up. Stuff like that. But there's all kinds of fun to be had up here. So make sure you do get up here. So we're going to go see if we can find some waterfalls. Like this spot? This is a cool spot. We almost missed this spot. Thankfully, a couple was coming out of this little area where you go catch the trail back here. Because we were going to keep going up some switchbacks and try to get to the side of this thing. But look at this. This is an awesome, awesome spot. Bust these babies out. I'm going to try to go that lower one, see if we can get down there. Whew. Look at that little pool.
Huh? It's cold.
Is it worth the walk?
That was worth the walk.
How far did we go? Like 4 miles?
It's
Like 4 something?
4.5.
4.5 miles. Not a bad little hike. You got 3 waterfalls along the way. This was the top one. There's 2 others we could stop by on the way back. We're just gonna kind of head back and down now. Storms were like 2 or 3 o'clock to come in, 12:30, about an hour and a half to get down. So that puts us about that time if they do show up. But keep an eye on the sky. We've been lucky. It has been so nice.
The weather has been perfect. Even a little breeze.
Mid 70s maybe with the breeze. No humidity at all. Water's cold.
Water is definitely
That's
cold.
it's the only thing you come up here and you want to swim, but it's a little chilly. That's all.
Got the shoes right there.
But it's good. Feels good. Yeah, I got the shoes. What's nice about a lot of these trails we were talking about on the way up. So coming up here, the entire way was a nice compacted trail the entire way. No like trying to scramble over trees or boulders like this, but the main trail, anybody could walk up it. And it's a steady incline. There's about 1,000 feet of elevation gain. So it's a steady incline, but anybody could walk this. You don't need to be like some ultimate hiker or something. We passed many couples, older couples up there in age, doing just fine, having fun. But it's a great trail for anybody really in the family. It's just for days. It's just beauty. So that's our turn. We almost would have gone past. We would have gone up here. We would have eventually found it coming back down, but we didn't even mean to come this far. It's usually what happens when Babs and I go hiking. We're like, oh, we're just gonna hike a mile to this first little waterfall.
And turn around.
And then someone like will suggest, oh, we should just go the next one. Oh, the next one. Next thing you're 4 miles in. Next thing you go 6 more miles around the Appalachian Trail in North Carolina. And which, speaking of which, if you keep going, I think it's only 4 miles from here now. 5. You'd be in North Carolina. So this may be something we're gonna come back and try.
We'll have proper
We'll be
snacks.
prepared. We don't have any snacks, but we did eat a big breakfast. So we're good. And we got waters and all that stuff. But we'll come a little bit more prepared if we're going to actually go up that far. Because I'd like to go see what it's all about up there and start checking off sections.
It would be a decent hike because the terrain is perfect.
Oh yeah, this is, I mean, and this is what it's like. What I was saying, like it's this the whole way. And down here towards the end it gets even wider. So it's really nice. We passed some forestry guys that were up here building a new bench. They just cut down a tree. They're replacing an old bench. Stopped and chatted with them for a little bit. It's just a great area. Totally underrated too. Like we don't come and give this place enough attention, like I said, but every Monday we're gonna start doing more of this. So that waterfall is 1.5 up from that sign right there. And interesting, once you hit that sign and go up a little ways, it gets really wet on the trail in between, and that's just from natural stuff coming off the hill. A little bit of bugs in there, a little bit of bugs. We don't have bug spray, but you could definitely tell there were more once you hit that sign and get through that spot. I don't know what this is. It's got like I think somebody made a trail or something. Oh cow, there's a car down there. The heck? How the heck do you think a car got back here?
Maybe you could drive up that trail at one point.
That's an old car too. Crazy. It's so random. I'm like, I mean, obviously you could drive a car up here, but it looks like an older model car. And how did it get over there? That's the weirdest thing.
Unless that one.
There's got to be a story. Somebody's got to know something about that. Boys got the benches done.
Got her done.
Look at that.
That's good day.
You too. So yeah, they built both those benches while we were gone on that hike. They cut the tree down up here, took the chainsaw, bam, replaced the new benches. So this is that initial cascade we were coming up to. A bunch of cool little like deep ponds, swimming holes and stuff all throughout this whole area down here. That's initially what we were coming to, and then somehow we ended up 4 miles up the trail
Don't ask.
to a different waterfall. And it got warm. It's warm down here now. A lot more people down here. Nobody was up by us. But a lot more people down here. All right, so where we at? Mileage?
3.88.
3.88. You started that at the waterfall?
Yep.
So 3.88. So it's 2.3 to that sign.
Yes.
You get to a split where you can go to a couple different other trails or keep going up towards that waterfall and Appalachian Trail. So yeah, it's a good hike. Over, what's the time?
81 minutes.
81 minutes, so an hour and 20 minutes. I mean, I don't know. You might walk a little bit faster than some other people, but just to give you an idea time-wise and distance-wise, it's a good time. Good time up in the Smokies. Not like a camera was randomly sitting here. We just walked by it.